Jon Fitzkee, I'm with the Lebanon County Planning Department.
Julie Cheney, Lebanon County Planning Department.
I'd like to thank you guys this morning for the opportunity to present with you a resolution that we're working on and to provide a little bit of background. This is relative to a request for proposals that we had put out in the middle of December looking to bring on a transportation planning consultant. As you guys remember, we had Mr. Tom Cote, who worked with us for a number of years. And relative to the MPO, there are three critical documents that we are required to update on several regular bases, and one of which is the long-range transportation plan, which must be updated every 4 years. For those of you that may not remember, our original long-range plan was developed as a component of our county comprehensive plan. And the last major update that we had was in 2016, and what we're looking at doing, especially with the newness of a lot of our staff, I had the opportunity to meet with Commissioner Litz to sort of review this resolution that we had before you, to discuss some of the particulars, and I think outlining why this is so critical given the change that has occurred at the federal level when it comes to the use of state and federal dollars for transportation planning. So we have a resolution here for to award a 5-year master agreement that would be with WSP. They were the firm that had submitted. And to provide some background as well, members of WSP were actually involved in our original development of our first long-range transportation plan. So they're very familiar with the county. I think they will provide us with very good support. And the idea will be it will be a master agreement that will be open for 5 years, where we will develop specific work orders in order for us to make the major updates that we'll have to do to the long-range plan that must be completed by June of 2020. So within the next year and a half, we will be looking at updating that document. And what we had before is a resolution authorizing them as our transportation planning consultant for the planning department, and to assist our department in doing this initiative and various other activities with transportation planning.
Question, could we include a little bit about pricing in here?
I mean, typically all of this will be worked through the planning's work program. As work orders, the staff will review all of those. There's not a set amount. This process, as I explained to Julie, is new. It's something that the department does utilize. We wouldn't go above and beyond what we have within our existing unified planning work program that provides services for our staff. We would do that by individual work orders. We would ask them for price proposal that we have, but it allows us to not constantly have to go out for approvals for different items again and again. It allows us to go directly to that consultant and ask for items, and we would have the final say when it comes to what work order moves forward and what would be taken out, maybe as in a case of if there are certain elements for the plan that we can utilize staff as like Jamie in GIS, where we can do in-house things, we would use that in lieu of having to have the consultant do that for us.
Could we have an attachment with what the current parameters are? I just am kind of uncomfortable with nothing in there about pricing. It feels like an open checkbook.
Your rates, I guess.
Rates, yeah.
I mean, that would be part of it. This resolution would basically precipitate before we get a master agreement in place, which we'll be doing as the next phase.
So this is the first step. You don't have an agreement with rates at this point.
No, at this point, this is just
to
to
open
select
the door
them.
to
This lets you negotiate?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
That's correct, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
I understand.
Yeah, we wouldn't give them with no rates, no nothing. That would fall as part of our
Yeah, it didn't feel right. Okay, thank you. Then I'll make a motion to approve the proposal for PennDot Connects Policy and hiring a consultant.
Second, you want to name the consultant in your motion?
WSP.
All right, I'll second the motion.
Motion was second. Motion was second. Any questions on the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Thank you very much.
Thank you both.